You know, can I tell you the one thing about Florida weather, which I'm sure is like that, like everywhere? Like, it said that it was going to rain crazy at 5 o'clock till about 6. It did so. Horrible, horrible. Then it stopped. It said it was going to be clear skies. 7:06 right now. It ain't looking and sounding clear to me. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel. I appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a fantastic one out there. It's thundering and it's going to start again soon, isn't it? Anyways, listening to Died Pretty. We're going to listen to this track, Everybody Moves. This is not necessarily off of an album, but it was included on their album Lost, which was released in 1988. We are giving this a listen, checking it out because it was suggested and sponsored by Adam. So, Adam, thank you so much for the recommendation and for the support. I appreciate that. I love the rain. I love the thunder. It's for some reason recently it's been bad to the point that power has been going off, and you know that causes an issue or two. Anyways, forgetting about the weather, let's find out whether we're going to enjoy the track or not, and we will go from there. I'm all tied up here. Everybody moves. Here we go. I like the bass line out the gate. That sounds like very nostalgic.
Between sadness and the sounds of wars and rage, you're all hail sallow and wallow in this darkest day. Still, everybody moves, everybody changes.
Tight drumming.
Everybody moves.
I like that little synth line, that little melody there too, especially the bass line. I like how active the drums are. So they're really good. Now, last roundabout.
Everybody moves away, yeah. Everybody moves away, yeah. Everybody moves away, yeah. Everybody moves away, yeah. Still I'll call.
That's a long held note there.
Will I ever call?
This was a fun, summery, nostalgic kind of track, especially with the lyrics and I feel like the themes that are being sung about here. I think that there's a deep sense of nostalgia to not only this lyrically, but also musically. They create sort of a hazy filter, like a hazy 90s, 80s kind of filter. When you're looking at a photograph that was taken from that time, you know how it looks a little yellow, a little pinkish sometimes, a little like the color's just a little faded or so. Like I feel like the song has that kind of filter over it, I guess if you want to use modern terms to apply it to that. Like it has that kind of veneer and that kind of shading involved. And the music actually reminds me a little bit of REM. It kind of has that, I don't know, there's a certain cadence from Pino or Peno? Peno. It's not Peno, it's Pino probably. Ron. There's a certain aspect in his vocals that remind me a little bit of Michael, and there's this kind of draw that they have. Maybe it's a drawl. There's a certain way they hold their notes and they kind of sing a little bit like more subtle, kind of like in the, not far back in their throat, but like at the back of their tongue, like, oh, there's a sound like this. And I don't know, there's a moodiness that he strikes here. And I think it works incredibly well with evoking that kind of, you know, bringing back forgotten memories and walking down memory lane and kind of going through an old photo book or a scrapbook and just kind of, you know, revisiting those times. I feel like that's what we're getting in here. I really like the drumming and how active it is. That's going to be Chris Welch on the drums, because in a song like this, which is pretty straightforward in its structure, it's very, very easy for him to have just played this very straight, not really deviated from the groove or anything, and just put down the beat and move on. But I like how, especially in the chorus, he's very active in his playing. But it's not just random fills that he's active in. It's very like written. Like he might be, you know, in some ways. But it's not like he's changing the fills in the chorus every time. He keeps them pretty much the same and standard as he goes. But it's so active in there that it feels new and fresh every single time it comes around. So I really like that direction. And even in like the verse and such, like he's playing very active and yes, in the pocket, but this pocket has some nickels and dimes. I like that melody that takes place on the organ here. That's going to be Frank Brunetti on the organ, and it's just a very nostalgic sound to me. Da 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 da, and bass from Mark Locke. He's locking in. Bum 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 bum. Like it's just a fun kind of end of summer song. That's exactly where I would place this one. It sounds like end of summer. A nice little guitar solo when everyone is about to move away. It's cold as shadows disappear toward the light, as ghosts of once friends wander round inside the night. Between the sadness and the sounds of wars and weight and rage, we all lose our load and wallow in this darkest age. But still, everybody moves, everybody changes, everybody moves away. Then he says, from me. Now comes July as we brave this change in scene, where lives go sinking and the light has never been. Despair brings some to the point of no return. Still others listen now to the sounds of all we yearn. But still everybody moves, everybody changes. And that's how it pretty much ends. Even lyrics like, now comes July as we brave this change in scene. You think of summer vacation and summer break, and July is that last full month typically that you can enjoy to yourself with your friends, doing whatever you're doing over summer vacation when you're out of school. But there's this bittersweetness to it. It's the last full month, but August comes around the corner and time is ticking. That time might be counting down. So I really like how, it even says like some will wallow in despair, but others will try and hold on to those last moments of freedom. And I really like that kind of back and forth lyric, because I think that is extremely relatable, at least to anyone that's gone to school in a system where you have summer break or summers off. I think that's incredibly relatable. And then even taking a step further past that, some kids will move. Of course, some families move and go different places. So everybody moves. And of course, people will change. That person that you were in school with and you're in class with, and summer break comes and you don't see that person until the following year. When school returns, you see them and they're a completely different person. Everybody changes. And then he even says, I think that this is interesting how, all these lyrics are very relatable, but then he even says, from me. Everybody moves from me. Everybody changes, moves away from me. So he takes this into something much more personal rather than just looking at things in that general aspect like I just did. He applies it personally to himself, and there's almost this this feeling of pity. I think that's, at least I feel like as the audience listening, like he shouldn't have to feel that way, that everyone's moving away from him, or it has nothing to do with him. Circumstances happen and things change. But perhaps when he was in school, maybe he took that very personally, or looked at it as in something like that. You never know how someone's going to see things and have a different perspective. And you never know what someone went through in their life to make them think that way. I don't know. I think that there's more to it, looking at the lyrics here. Let me know what you all thought, naturally, down below in the comments. I appreciate you all being here. Adam, thank you so much for sending in the request as well. I truly appreciate that. I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for being here. I didn't hear any thunder since we've been recording, except at the very beginning, so I think we might be in the clear. Have a great one, guys. I'll see you next time.